troubled by strange noises in the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or your family actually seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
If the answer is yes...
I know! Call the Ghostbusters! Ghostbusters, the video game, is sliming the Wii, and it's bringing back the original cast for another supernatural adventure.
Let's just say we're about to get real busy.
And that is not the fun kind of getting busy. Is it, Ray?
You'll be busting alongside Ray.
All right, dig it.
Egon.
Good work. Are you all right?
Winston.
Mind me not to take the bus in Egon's neighborhood.
And Venkman.
Well, hello. You're perfectly safe now, miss. The Ghostbusters are here.
Never gonna happen. Along the way, you'll be running into some old friends, new weapons, and dialogue that'll remind you of the good Ghostbuster movie.
Your mother and I are so proud. Aren't we, Egon?
Then there are the ghosts. And just like I hoped when I heard about the game, busting them makes me feel good.
We are highly paid, trained professionals.
Using your Wiimote and nunchuck like Dr. Sark here, you'll be throwing proton streams, destroying private property, returning overdue library books, melting marshmallows, all while trying not to get slimed. Watch out, Sark.
He's been slimed! Again!
While aiming the Wiimote and unleashing a stream of nuclear-powered awesome is a lot of fun, other than shaking off slime, you won't have to waggle your arm off to defeat some really fun bosses. He's such a chicken. After all this awesome, the Wii version of Ghostbusters, the video game, has to be getting a 5 out of 5, right?
All right, dig it.
Wrong.
Uh-oh. Heads up!
For all it does right, the cast, the intelligent AI, and the boss battles, there's something missing.
What seems to be your problem?
The game feels like it should be as big as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but plays more like Vigo the Carpathian. This seems like a case of the other consoles getting all the love and the Wii getting Walter Pecked.
Ray, we need to have a heart-to-blob talk with this one.
If you're a Ghostbusters fan and you only have a Wii, then by all means, pick this game up. But if you have a 360 or a PS3, I check out those versions first.
Yeah, well, same to you, pal.
Ghostbusters, the video game for the Wii, gets 3 maniacally laughing poltergeists out of 5.
Let's just say we're about to get real busy.
Ghostbusters, the video game, is a new chapter in the Ghostbusters mythos, telling the story of the boys' encounter with followers of Gozer circa 1991. As the new Ghostbuster recruit tasked with toting the experimental gear, you dutifully follow orders as New York falls under psychokinetic siege. The totally new plot is engaging and wisely very related to the first film, featuring characters and locations from it without feeling like a retread.
We gave this hotel a clean bill of health 5 years ago.
New people die every day.
The Ghostbusters are all voiced by their original film actors, as are Secretary Janine and bureaucratic scumbag Walter Peck.
And I can assure you, it was not an oversight.
Overall, the presentation's pretty great, except for some stiff animation in places, but how is the actual game? Gears of War with proton packs and no cover system isn't a bad description. Your pack starts as a standard proton thrower, used to wear down and then capture ghosts using the iconic trap. Capturing ghosts is a satisfying struggle and emulates the on-screen process very well. Eventually, Egon adds a bunch of other weaponry to the packs, including a stun beam and a slime blower, one of the mercifully few references to the second movie.
That's trouble.
Get slimed too often and you'll go down and be forced to wait for one of your comrades to help you out. The ally AI is actually solid, and the other busters will back you up adequately.
Don't cross the street.
If all the Ghostbusters, including you, are down for the count, you fail the mission and have to wait through a ridiculous 30-second load screen to try again. This is the one truly frustrating part of the otherwise excellent 6 to 8 hour solo campaign. Multiplayer is more disappointing, with the supposed co-op campaign amounting to little more than a playlist of 3 maps per campaign with different game types slapped onto them.
I think I'd be used to that stuff by now.
You might as well just play the modes separately. There are several to choose from, but the star of the show is survival, which sends endless waves of ghosts at you and up to 3 friends.
I get it. We're in trouble. So what am I supposed to do?
If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you'll almost certainly dig this game.
Nice screaming.
It was clearly made out of a love for the franchise, and the references come fast and furious.
Back off, loser. Never gonna happen.
It's very likely to provoke positive feelings as a result of ghost extermination activities.
Keep the title, kid. It'll work hard for you.
4 crossed proton streams out of 5.
The festivities can now proceed in an entirely ghost-free environment.
You unlocked a cheat. Bonus stage.
As most of you know, I was actually up for the same role as Ernie Hudson when they were casting the original Ghostbusters, but my schedule was too busy, so I just let him have it. Anyway, that makes me very qualified to bring you a very important cheat for the new Ghostbusters game. This time, we'll walk you through a pair of boss fights that are a real pain in the Ectoplasm, the Spider Witch from Hotel Sedgwick and the Juvenile Slore. Of course, we'll be playing it on professional difficulty because that's how we roll.
All right.
In the first fight, your PKE meter and proton stream will be your best friends.
Knight in shining proton pack time.
We also found the overload pulse to be especially effective at keeping her off our backs.
Blast it!
In order to beat her, you'll have to be especially vigilant to maintain your distance. But as soon as you drop her health to a certain point, she'll retreat to regenerate. But don't let her get away with it.
Don't let it recharge.
Locate her with the PKE meter and blast her. Towards the end of the fight, she'll send in some smaller spiders, but stay focused on blasting the Queen Bee, and you'll be done in no time. Next up on our boss hit list is the Juvenile Slore of Lost Island.
Not exactly Mrs. Sunshine, is it?
Start off by connecting those floating spheres to the ground with slime tethers. Once the Juvenile Slore has revealed its glowing green target, your work is cut out for you. Strafe to avoid its direct attack.
Hey, run around and look delicious, will ya?
Since they're all pretty powerful. You should be spraying slime at him non-stop, but when he slams his head onto the ground, move in for the kill. Periodically, new eyes will appear, and you'll need to take them out right away to protect your teammates. If you keep up the strafing, you'll destroy this gooey monster like the professional Ghostbuster you are. Job well done, Ghostbusters. I love the Ghostbusters. I'm so glad this game doesn't suck. I'm going to hand you the History Museum's 6 hidden artifacts on a silver platter. Let's see if we can't help you get an achievement. Or trophy. Whatever. In the chapter Dr. Rutherford, I presume, follow the boys through to the 3rd room. Watch for some black slime on the floor. And here you'll find the ritual mask of bad advice. Don't know why it's called that, but it sounds like a pretty lame mask. The second artifact can be found in the chapter American History. Once you enter the Civil War exhibit, head left. You're looking for the rifle in the corner. The cursed musket of C. Starkey, to be precise. Number 3. In the chapter The Ossuary, you'll head down a particularly dark maintenance hallway. The bagged head of Azathothep is leaning against a drinking fountain. Azathothep must have been a big guy. The 4th artifact is the Phoenician plague vase. Right after a fight in the Egyptian display, the vase is in a glass case to the left. I'm going to put on my ritual mask of good advice here and say never open a vase that is called a plague vase. Almost done. The 5th artifact is also in the Board of Trustees chapter. In fact, it's just down the hall from the vase. Hanging up in the corner is the Painting of Trustees. And finally, in the chapter Deep, Dark, and Spooky, you'll find the remote-controlled Ecto-1. Finally, an awesome artifact! When the tunnel opens, the rest of your crew goes right, and you head to the left. You'll hear Ecto-1's siren when you get close. Alright, that's not a bad bit of museum rating. Keep in mind that there are 7 levels, and each level has 6 artifacts. Collect all 42, and it's achievement time. Or trophy time, whatever. Be sure to check G4TV.com/cheat for the latest tips and tricks.